My name is Dylan. I'm with the naturalist department, and today we have with us Peaches and Sally. So the cool thing about these guys is that they're actually both corn snakes, so they're the same animal. Now if you kind of look at them, you look at Peaches here and you look at Sally over here, obviously they look a little bit different. And the reason behind that is genetics. So Sally over here in the tank is what we would call a normal or a wild type. And what that means is that Sally here just has the genetics that can be seen in wild corn snakes, ones that may have been born in the wild that you could go and find on your own. Peaches here, on the other hand, is what we refer to as amelanistic. So if you break it apart, you have the A without and the melanistic, referring to like melanin. So without skin pigment or without melanin is basically what this means. And so that's why we have this really cool color that Peaches has over here. And if you kind of look at them, they have a similar pattern almost to their sides. It's just the fact that the colors are different. And the reason behind that is genetics. So the genetics that cause the different colorations between Peaches here and Sally are due to dominant and recessive genes. So the dominant gene is going to be the D right here. That's going to be Sally's genetics. And the recessive gene is going to be the R's right here, and that's going to stand for Peaches genetics. So if you were to cross Sally's genetics with Peaches genetics, it would look like this one right here. So the dominant genes and the recessive genes. And when you break them down like this, the dominant gene's always going to be on top. So that means that any offspring of that crossing are going to look like Sally. They're going to be the normal color. However, and so this one right here, this is what we call homozygous dominance. So that means you have the double dominant gene. Down here, we have big D and little r. And so this is going to be heterozygous dominant. And so that means that there is a recessive gene hiding in there, but it's still not expressed. So the snake could still look like Sally, but it has the genes for Peaches right here hidden inside of them. So if you were to cross those two together, you'll still get these dominants right here, but you have a potential to get these recessive genes as well. And so the really cool thing though, is if you take two snakes with both of these recessive genes visually expressed, like Peaches right here, you're gonna get all of the babies are gonna look like Peaches. So they would all be this amelanistic color. And that's the only differences between them, is just the fact that their genetics are dominant versus recessive genes.